Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we try to make sense of all that corporate gobbledygook, where even the lawyers need a translator. Today we're diving into a report from SYNAPTICS, and let me tell you, it's got more twists than a pretzel factory. Think executive departures, new pay deals, and enough legal jargon to make your head spin. Let's jump in. So this report is dated April 17, 2025, and it's basically a snapshot of some important changes happening at SYNAPTICS. Think of it like a mid-season team reshuffle, with some players getting new contracts and roles. First up, we've got some updated agreements for the big shots at the company, the directors and officers. These are called indemnification agreements, which is a fancy way of saying the company will cover their backs if they get sued for doing their jobs. It's like having company paid insurance. They made new separate deals, so the deals for the top bosses is separate for other officers. Now, here's where things get interesting. As we learned a while back in February, the company's president and chief executive officer quit, and the chief financial officer is now holding down the fort as the interim chief executive officer. So to keep everyone happy and prevent more people from running for the hills, SYNAPTICS decided to adjust the pay packages for some of their key executives. To reinforce leadership stability, SYNAPTICS approved new agreements. This is like a golden parachute for the executives, promising them certain benefits if they get kicked out or leave under certain conditions, especially if there's a change in who controls the company. These agreements are meant to align with current market practices and help keep those executives around. So what do these agreements mean? If an executive is terminated without cause, meaning they didn't do anything wrong, or if they quit for good reason, like a major change in their job duties, they get a payout. This payout depends on whether this happens before, during, or after a change in control. Outside of a change in control, the CEO would get 1.5 times their base salary plus 100% of their target bonus. The CFO, Mr. Rizvi, would get 1 times base salary, and the rest of the top brass get 1 times base salary. Plus, the company would cover their health insurance premiums for a while. Also, a portion of their stock options would become fully available. Now, if this happens around a change in control, the deal gets sweeter. The CEO gets 2 times their base salary plus 200% of their target bonus. Everyone else gets 1.5 times base salary plus 150% of their target bonus, and all their stock options get the go signal. But wait, there's more. To really make sure these executives stick around, the company handed out retention equity awards, meaning they gave them stock. These stock awards vest over time, meaning the executives only get them if they stay with the company. Mr. Rizvi, the interim CEO, and Mr. Gansen each got 21,854 units. Mr. Gupta snagged 23 for 415, and Ms. Bodensteiner picked up 15 together during this transition 10. Think of it as a bonus to keep the team together during this transition. These retention equity awards are subject to a lot of legal conditions to prevent people from leaving. Alright, that's the gist of it. Lots of moving pieces, lots of money changing hands, all in an effort to keep the company stable while they find a new permanent CEO. Now, what does all this mean for SYNAPTICS? Well, on one hand, it's good that they're taking steps to retain their key executives during this period of uncertainty. Losing more people on top would be a disaster, but on the other hand, these kinds of payouts can be pretty expensive, and they don't guarantee success. It all depends on whether the company can find a strong new leader and execute their strategy effectively. One potential risk here is that all this change at the top could distract the company from its core business. If the executives are too focused on their own compensation and job security, they might not be paying enough attention to the competition or the changing market. Overall, SYNAPTICS seems to be navigating a tricky situation as best they can. The company is trying to avoid disaster by preventing a talent run, which they are addressing using severance and retention packages. However, it remains to be seen whether it will pay off in the long run. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, comment and subscribe for more corporate deep dives. What do you think of SYNAPTICS' strategy? Let me know in the comments below.